LV55 Media LLC presents Private Investigations Read-Alouds, the Author's Edit Series, a chronological chapter and scene breakdown of the Private Investigations Book 1 and Book 2 novel, this time including the author's viewpoints on how the PI storylines and characters were conceived and developed. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. In this first segment, I wanted to introduce the character Sam Aquino to the reader, by having him working a routine case while highlighting his great people skills. Sam places his phone back in his jacket and folds his arms across his chest. The chirping sounds immediately cease when a middle-aged man dressed in a t-shirt, pajama bottoms, and flip-flops walks up nearby, forcing Sam to briefly look behind himself. He and the man continue observing the steady stream of partygoers exiting a nearby private residence before the man finally speaks. Thank God that's finally over. Sam momentarily looks over his shoulder again towards the man. They've been at it all night, he quips. What time did it start? Sam asks, before looking towards the residence again. About 9:30 last night. Took them long enough to get here, he quips again. Sam and the gentleman continue watching party guests exiting the residence, some walking towards the nearby adjacent street, while others are being escorted in handcuffs towards multiple Metro Police Department squad cars and a police paddy wagon parked nearby within the residential cul-de-sac. In this second segment, I wanted to spotlight Sam's Filipino culture by showing him interacting with Jesse, a close family friend, by having a business conversation while highlighting his negotiation skills to obtain his goal of getting his client's daughter back in rehab. After several minutes, the officer pats one of the other officers on the shoulder and starts walking back towards the SUV. Hey, Jesse, Sam calls out, causing the officer to stop in his tracks and glance around confused. Over here! Sam briefly raises his hand to catch the officer's attention. Jesse, the younger brother of a close family friend of Sam's, finally locates his voice and walks over towards him. Rosario, is that you? He quips. As he walks up smirking, he and Sam dap each other up. Hey, thanks for leaving me that voicemail. I see your intel is as good as ever. Hey, brother. What are you doing out here this time in the morning? Although it's not spoken, it's safe to assume in this segment Sam was able to alert Jesse and the Westlake police to the location of the house party by asking his college-age granddaughter Megan the locations of the popular house parties near the school campus. Jesse looks towards Sam. What's this about, Sam? Sam takes a deep breath. She's the daughter of some well-to-do clients who've hired me to get her back into El Rey and keep this matter out of the press. She can't quite kick her demons. Jesse nods his head. I hear you. What do you want to do? He asks. I wonder if you could do me a favor and not arrest her, put her in your custody, and drive her over to El Rey. I'll follow you and process her in myself, since I'm personally known to the staff. You got it, Sam. Jesse calls out towards Dennis again. Hey, Dennis! Girl in the white dress. Put her in my vehicle. Thanks. Jesse quickly changes the subject. By the way, how's that granddaughter of yours and her partners doing? He asked. They got any upcoming tournaments? Not that I know of, Sam answers. How's Derek doing? Great. Christine? She's fine. Jesse briefly shakes his head. Damn, I wish those two were still together. They were like two peas in a pod. Jesse changes the subject again. Hey, I may need some help from you. What's that? Sam asks. I got volunteered to run the Metro Police Department's booth at this year's Filipino Festival. I'm looking for some volunteers. I would ask you, but you're too old, my friend. Both Sam and Jesse share a laugh. You think Megan and her crew would want to help out? Pass out some brochures and flyers? I'll make sure they get fed real good, he exclaims, causing Sam to smirk. Jesse pulls out a business card and hands it towards Sam.
Here, give this to Meg. I mean Jennifer. Both Sam and Jesse chuckle. Hey, Sam, let me go back in here and wind this thing up so we can get out of here. As Jesse turns and walks towards the other officers, Sam pulls his phone from his jacket pocket again, places a call, and waits. Yeah, it's me. I found her. Over at a house party near State. The arresting officer agreed to take custody of her. We'll take her back to El Rey. I'll get her checked in and make sure the press doesn't find out. Okay, I gotta go. I'll call you when I'm done. Oh, I'll make arrangements to have her car brought back to your house later. You're welcome.
It's not revealed at the time, but the phone call Sam makes is to socialite Marjorie Rivers, who is introduced and featured in Chapter 3, Scene 1, Episode 1 and 2. And lastly, because the nature of the old school, new school feel of the fictitious storylines within the Private Investigations universe, Sam Aquino uses a flip phone. To learn more about Sam Aquino and the many other characters involved in these mysterious, intriguing, suspenseful, and coincidental fiction stories, purchase a copy of Private Investigations, Book 1 and Book 2 in one volume by visiting Dorrance Publishing, available both in softcover and ebook formats. Also available at Amazon Books and Barnes & Noble.